Hello and welcome to another episode of the Classical Republican. Today we are talking about the humble petition and advice. And that was implemented in England between 1657 and 1660. If you want to know what happened before then, go ahead and watch my video on the instrument, the Commonwealth Instrument of Government, excuse me. So what happened here is that they realized the instrument was not sufficient. So they came up with a second document here, which we will. Oh, if you want to hear these documents, you can go to my channel and watch them, watch me read them, or just listen. So we got the Lord Protector and Council again. Again, it's Oliver Cromwell. He's the chief magistrate, and in some ways, this document, it clarifies a few things. It gives power to shifts power around a little bit, but in some ways, it is very vague. Then you have the council, 21 members and a quorum of 7. But then you also have the 41 commissioners. They're chosen by Parliament. They are similar to Roman censors in that they could say who sat in Parliament, even after they were elected. So after the election, they could say, well, this person isn't really qualified. They're not really good people, so they're not going to sit in Parliament. You have the House of Commons, and there's really not a lot of information about it. Here's a picture that is contemporary with the times, with the Republic, or with the Commonwealth. So, but really, there's not a whole lot of information that really teaches us anything about the House of Commons. But there's another house. It's called the Other House. There's 40 to 70 members in that house. 21 to have a quorum and do business. Now, I think they realized that the House of Lords wasn't that, they actually had some good things about them. And one of those was the judicial responsibilities, to have a high court, to have a final say in judicial matters. So they had some judicial responsibilities in the Other House. These people were nominated by the Lord Protector, and they had to be approved by Parliament. So you have some checks and balances there. I think that's really good. The Other House, I haven't really been able to find any information on why it was called the Other House, but I do know that in parliamentary procedure, when you have bicameralism, you're supposed to refer, and you're in one house, you're supposed to refer to the other chamber as the other house or the other chamber. And so, I wonder if there's a connection there. But I haven't been able to figure that out. So if you do know, leave a comment, and then everybody else will know too. Now, something interesting here is that clarifies the religion. It's not a Christian nation, it's a Protestant nation. Just to clarify a little bit more, in case you didn't know, because they were having so much trouble with state religions and being able to accommodate other peoples, especially like Presbyterianism in Scotland. So that was a big issue. And then, you can't say Christians, because then, Catholics will feel welcome. And, Catholics have to be, at this time, made to feel unwelcome. So, a lot of anti-Catholicism at this time. We have, then another thing, we have revenue. And we have this, the funding for the government in the Commonwealth Instrument. And I guess they had problems with it because it was all based on customs duties. And this one, it doesn't say how it's going to be raised, but there's got to be 1.3 million pounds and 1 million for the army and 0.3 million for the government. Okay, so I think this is a big improvement from the Commonwealth Instrument of Government. There's bicameralism. You yeah, you have some more checks and balances. I think those are good. And the standing army is reduced, and Parliament gets more control over taxes. And yeah, doesn't seem to be as much trust in the Lord Protector. And yeah, so this is an improvement. It's not James Harrington's Oceania, but it is better than what they had. But it's all going to fall apart with the restoration shortly after 1660. So yeah, well, they tried. Until next time, long live the Republic.